Damn it, Adriana, Brayden shouts after another aborted lift halfway through our run-through of the program. The training rink is nearly empty, and his voice echoes through the entire space. I'm not going to drop you. I push away from him and drift out toward the open ice. Your arms were shaking. Because you didn't lock your body. It's like trying to lift a squirming snake. We only have to train one program now. Thrones was always tough, but now it feels impossible. Every time Brayden goes to lift me today, it feels unsteady, like I'm about to fall face first into the ice and he won't break my fall. And it's probably my fault. After yesterday, everything about this feels wrong. I need to tell him what happened with Freddie. Keeping it a secret, even just overnight, is weighing on my chest. Enough, Camille commands, skating out toward us. You sound like children. We are children, I mutter petulantly, but the glare Camille pins me with is enough to shut me up. You, she says and points at Brayden, and then hikes her thumb back behind her. Hit the showers and call it a day. Brayden throws his hands up in frustration, but then leaves without protest. And you, she turns to me. We need to talk. We glide off the ice and onto the bleachers that adjoin it. Camille waits until Brayden disappears into the locker room, and then she raises her eyebrows. She doesn't ask, she waits. I finally give in, if only to get this conversation over and done with. What do you want me to say? I want you to tell me what the hell is going on. I can't fathom that a team who broke the world record a few days ago looks like that. I don't even have a word for it. I've never seen either of you skate this badly. Thanks, coach. So inspiring. Adriana, be serious. That's all I ever am, I mumble. What? I shake my head, not wanting to go down that road. It's a little too real. Nothing, I'm fine. You're not fine, and Brayden's right. You're the one not trusting him. Did something happen between you two? No, it's not like that. I can't tell you. If you don't tell me, I can't help you. I sigh and say, I know. Then you need to figure it out. I glare at her and she raises her hands in defeat. Because skating like that is unacceptable and frankly dangerous. What if I can't? She's the one who sighs this time. Then you'd better start looking for another partner. My stomach drops and twists as bile rises in my throat at the idea. Another partner. I don't want another partner. Brayden and I are great together. Were great together. Now who the hell knows what we are? And that's on me. I broke our rule. Camille pats my knee and stands. Are you coming to the ladies' competition this afternoon? She asks. Yeah, of course I'll be there. Good. We're going to do a family dinner in between before Maria and Charlie's final. I invited Brayden earlier, before we spoke. I hope that's okay. I nod. It's fine, I say, though I have no idea if it is really. And then she leaves me to my thoughts. It's a decent day outside, so I don't bother getting a car back to the hotel. I want a hot shower and get ready for the ladies' competition this afternoon. Kathia and Jillian I down in 8th and 10th places after the short program, but I still want to be there to support them while they skate. We've been a team all the way through this, and we're still a team. Maria isn't in the room when I get back. She's at the rink with Charlie and their coach, getting ready for the pairs final tonight. I shower quickly and pull my wet hair back into a bun. There's no time to dry it, but if I leave it up for a few hours, it'll give me decent curls when I let it down. I'm checking my bag, making sure my phone and my hotel room key are in it, when there's a knock on my door. When I look through the peephole, I nearly scream when all I see is the top of a head with braids dangling over a pair of shoulders. Flinging the door open, I squeal when Riley, with a huge smile on her face, swings forward on her crutches and hugs me. I thought you were getting out tomorrow morning. She says these two busted me out, nodding back to Ben and Jimmy. Come in, guys, I'm almost ready. You're gonna sit with us, right? Riley says, moving past me, while the boys seem more hesitant, but then follow her. Yeah, I say. I have to do family dinner after, but, obviously. Yeah, my dad was invited and he's making me go too. No offense. None taken. I'm glad you'll be there with me. Same, she says. Then she asks, innocently enough, is Brayden sitting with us now? No, probably not. Riley shoots me a questioning look that I ignore, twisting the bracelets at my wrists as a distraction. Jimmy checks his phone. We're waiting for Freddie, too. He said he's coming and will meet us in the lobby, he says, but he's looking at me when he does. Oh, okay, I say, trying to keep my voice even, but failing spectacularly. The hotel's lobby is always bustling, but with the competition today and then another one tonight, it feels like Fenway before the Sox play the Yankees. We spread out over 2 chairs and a couch, watching the people come and go while I ask Riley about when her surgery is scheduled and how long the doctors think she'll be out, until finally, the elevator dings and Freddie steps out with Georgia and Harry right behind him. We stand up and his eyes find us almost immediately, but then he stares in shock at Riley. In a few long strides, he's across the lobby and pulling her up in his arms. His relief is palpable, and my chest pangs at the sight. They look right together, and I suddenly feel so guilty I want to sob an apology to Riley right here in the middle of the hotel lobby. Riley can't walk to the arena, obviously, so we grab 2 cabs. Ben holds Riley's crutches for her, she slides into the car, and then he follows. We'll get the next one, Jimmy says when he notices there's no more room. The 3 of us squeeze into the next car with me in the middle, even though Jimmy is shorter than me, and I find nearly one side of my entire body pressed against Freddie. Sorry, I mumble. Don't mention it, he says, sending me a shy smile, and I tilt my head in confusion. Is he flirting, even after what happened last night? Why is all of this so confusing? The ride is short, and we make it in through the entrance used by the athletes, coaches, and media easily enough, while the lines of fans wrap around the arena. There you are, Elisa says when we're inside, and I blink at her. It doesn't sound like she's happy either, though what the hell she could be angry about is totally beyond me. Guys, give me a second. I'll meet you at the seats. You're sitting with them? She says, and even though it sounds like a question, it's not. It's a judgment. My friends, yes. What do you want? Charles wanted to talk to you about an interview he needs you and Brayden to record. And you thought you'd remind me? I ask, like that's some sort of smart comeback. Elisa rolls her eyes. Whatever, Adriana. Fine, I'm going to sit with my friends. Tell him that we'll record it tonight after pairs. Will do, she says with a shrug, before turning on the heel of her brand new Dior boots and walking away. Katya and Gillian don't even come close to meddling, but that doesn't mean we don't cheer our heads off for them as they skate through their programs. What I'm most interested in, though, is one of the Russian skaters. There's a girl skating with the quad axel, one of the first women, actually she's barely 13, to attempt the skill. That's 4.5 rotations, and she doesn't quite get it around, but it's a close thing, and she stays on her feet. And she's not the only junior with the quad jump. I almost wish I was sitting with Elisa to get her reaction. She didn't win a medal in Beijing, and now she's got this crop of juniors coming up behind her who can jump like that. It's wild. I bet I could do a quad, Riley mutters, and all of us turn to her in horror. Bad joke, sorry, too soon? Shaking my head, I laugh, and so does the rest of the group. Come on, I say, as the crowd starts to thin out. We've got, I don't know, is this even dinner or lunch? It's like 3 o'clock. Whatever it is, it won't be hospital food, so I'm in, Riley says, and we say goodbye to the boys. It turns out it's the same restaurant Freddie and I stumbled into the other day, and the maître d' even recognizes me. I flush, wondering if he remembers how dinner ended, but he says, "Ah, mademoiselle," as Dad gives his name for the reservation. Bienvenue. The group looks at me, but I shrug and smile blithely. Camille's eyes narrow, though, and as we're led to a table, she ends up next to me. "You've eaten here before?" she asks. "Would that be the other day when you disappeared for hours and nearly made me call the Metro Police to find you?" "Don't be dramatic," I whisper, making sure Riley can't hear me. "Freddie and I walked around a bit and we ate here. Nothing crazy." She slides into the seat beside me, and with Riley on my other side, it's one of the nicest family dinners I've had in a long time. I haven't eaten much all day, so I don't hesitate to order the coq au vin and savor every bite. I even take a picture of my meal and tag the restaurant in it when I post. The least I can do with my nearly 500,000 followers now is give a shout out to an awesome restaurant. Dessert is on its way when Dad turns to Charles and asks, "And how are the negotiations with Nike proceeding?" Charles nods and smiles. Stalled a bit. Brayden and Adriana could be a little bit more active on social media. That'll help the cause for sure. They were impressed with your performance the other night, certainly, but they'll want that gold medal to get things going again. It's nothing we haven't heard him say before, but suddenly the full implications of me not being able to get through a full hit routine with Brayden seem to mean a lot more. I need to talk to him. Tonight, after the pairs competition. We'll talk and we'll figure this out and get back on track. Médaillé de bronze des États-Unis, Maria Russo and Charles Monroe. Our section erupts in excitement. I hadn't given a ton of thought to my little sister and her partner's chances at these worlds, but they totally rocked their free skate and edged out a couple of Canada for the bronze medal. And that's a gold and a bronze for Team USA so far, with me and Brayden left to compete tomorrow night. My stomach twists at the medal missing from that haul. A silver. Would a silver be that bad? No, a silver isn't bad, but when you step back and look at the whole picture, the lead we have on the field, the expectations from our coaches and from our potential sponsors, and from ourselves, a silver wouldn't be what we came here to do. It would mean we didn't hit our free dance the way we're capable of, at least the way we used to be capable of before everything went to shit. It's my fault. I'm the one up in my head. I really do need to talk to Brayden. By the time we get back to the hotel, the cafe attached to the lobby has fully converted into a bar, and it seems the entire junior figure skating world has converged on that small space. Our group has managed to carve out a corner of seats. Ben's regaling them with what looks like a full reenactment of when he hurt his knee 2 years ago, a story we've all heard dozens of times, but it's Ben, so it's fine. There's someone missing, though, and my eyes dart around the room looking for him, and finally I find him, across the room sitting with his sister and brother-in-law and chatting with someone I vaguely recognize as a Canadian coach. He must feel my gaze, because it's not long before he looks up and makes eye contact, and my breath catches in my chest. Why does he have to be Riley's partner? And it'd be great if he could stop looking at me like that. Or, look at me that way forever. Either is fine. I managed to tear myself away and search for Brayden. He's standing with Charles in the far corner, near where the lobby opens up into the cafe-turned-bar, and I head in that direction. I don't even pretend to be subtle. Sorry to interrupt, guys, but Brayden, can I steal you for a few minutes? He raises his eyebrows and shrugs. Sure, he says. Charles smirks a little at us, like I'm pulling him away for an entirely different reason. Almost nowhere quiet inside, so I walk through the bustling space, weaving us through the groups of people laughing and drinking, and generally totally oblivious and having a great time. When we make it outside, the air is crisp, colder than it's been the entire time we've been here. I shiver against it, but turn to Brayden with purpose. We need to talk. We do, he agrees. I'm sorry for how I've been in training. It won't happen again. He nods, then heaves a heavy breath. Good. Good, I agree. And maybe it's as easy as that. We just agree and move on. We should go back into the party before anyone misses us. I turn away, but his voice stops me. If you just told me the truth, we wouldn't be in this mess. I spin back to face him, but I can't deny it. He's right. I have been lying to him. I broke our rules and didn't come clean, and yeah, it's time to face the music. How long have you been in love with him? And that's not what I expected him to say. What? I'm not. But I can't bring myself to finish that sentence. How? I know this whole fame thing is new, Adriana, but skating across a public rink in the arms of another guy in the middle of a major skating championship, someone was going to see you. It's not online, he says, cutting me off. One of the guys on Team Canada saw you and sent me a pic. He's too nice to post it, even made me watch him delete it from his phone. Thank God. So, were you ever going to tell me? I was. I stop and take a deep breath. I was going to tell you about it. I just sort of chickened out. It doesn't matter. So you're not with him? No, but you want to be with him. Like I said, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Adriana, it does matter. Do you really not get it after all this time? Get what? How I feel about you. Oh, oh God. How I swallow down the panic. I hoped when he asked me to dinner on the plane it was just a stupid mistake, a one-off, something we could ignore. But apparently not. And God, I'm such an idiot for pretending otherwise. How long have you... Long enough. Brayden, that's... Ridiculous? Yeah, I know. You're always talking about your hookups and how you have plans and the parties you go to. That I always invite you to. Always. What did you think that meant? I didn't. It's fine, Adriana, really. It's not, I argue. Brayden, Don't, he bites out. Don't apologize. It's fine. Come on, we have an interview that Charles set up for us right after this to thank everyone at home for watching. Yeah, it's definitely not fine.